they didn't, I did not feel prepared for what was going on. And that's part of the good thing of, you know, getting the stories out now, because there are still people going over there and coming back, and to hear that, while it's not, you know, fun, you know, and not your typical everyday cookie cutter normal, this is normal. For him to come back and be this way, not be able to sleep, be more argumentative, you know, that's all normal in the military world, and there's things you can do to help it. There's things you can do to help yourself learn to cope with it. You know, things to remember so that you don't get bogged down, you don't give up on yourself, you know, that you can get through it. And you know, I think that'll be helpful for other families. I know when he came home, I didn't have any idea what was going on. I knew he had been blown up and knocked out, and I thought in my head, like, that seems like that would affect you, like your brain. Seems like that's going to do something to his brain, but, you know, the Marine said, he's fine, you know.
Like, for example, I refuse to take my medication. I wouldn't do it, but she wants me to, and every day she tells me I have to, and constantly gripes at me to do it. Creates an argument sometimes, but if she didn't do that, I wouldn't take it. But she does it, so I take it, and I guess it helps, you know. But she does stuff that constantly will create an argument because the veteran will be upset about it, but that doesn't mean that she should give in, and a lot of caregivers should, I don't think, realize that they need to be a little bit more tougher on the veteran than what a lot of people say, because they want to, what do you call it, cater to the veteran, but you can't just do that, because if you give too much of anything, it's a bad thing. So you have to set standards, and she does a incredibly good job at it. I bet she can explain it very well, but I gotta say it's a pain because it would be so much easier, but I wouldn't be here. We wouldn't have this lifestyle if it wasn't for her, and it wasn't for her making me do certain things so that we're able to come live in this kind of area, and I don't know, and have a good life. But if I could live in just this shack, and I wouldn't care if it was just me. The only reason I go is because of my wife and my kids, you know, and my wife makes sure that I'm on track with my kids, because it's hard to make a relationship with your kids when you're just when all you do is you're just so intense and just really just caring about yourself to try and get through. And she makes sure that I pay attention to my kids, and that I develop this bond, proper bond, and that's a lot of work. I don't know. She does an amazing amount of work, and I don't know how to explain it.
I can tell.
The next step is to get him back more into therapy. You know, it kind of comes and goes in waves. Mm-hmm. You can't just be in weekly therapy for years and years and years. It just takes its toll on him and on our marriage, because it's really hard, you know, for him. Brings up all that anxiety and stuff, and to work through it. So, you know, he kind of goes into therapy and then takes a break and then back into therapy. In Indiana, he did really well in therapy, and then with the move and everything, he's kind of been taking a break, and hopefully we can get back into it in a good stride again and get back working towards, you know, more goals. Like, we got the blinds open, you know, getting him to go out and have it not hurt to go out to the store.
It's still a problem. I want to move as soon as possible out in the middle of nowhere, but this is better for the family, and I know that.
He's able to tolerate it now with a lot of therapy and a lot of retraining his body to understand that this doesn't mean that you could die. This doesn't mean our family's in danger because the blinds are open. You know, so his body will stop getting that adrenaline rush to, you know, fight or flight and try to protect it, all that. So, yeah, having the blinds open, being able to go outside, you know, those are all big steps.